What up? Welcome back to the table where everybody eat. Y'all know what to do. Drop that comment below. Everybody eat 2025. If it's your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on none of these bangers I bring, from penny stocks to long-term investments such as Cadence Design Systems, ticker symbol CDNS. It closed recently at $295.19. Now, I'm bringing this stock on you guys' radar at the moment because they have earnings this week, actually tomorrow on February 18th after the close. And this stock has been range bound for a while, but I really, really like them. And another company called Synopsys, which I will probably make a video on later today. Anywho, let's get to why I'm interested in buying shares on Cadence Design Systems. Maybe before earnings, but definitely after earnings, depending on how earnings come out, what the company's guidance is, and if they continue to grow on the level that they've been growing on. Speaking of which, let me show you guys this chart. So this right here is the 5-minute chart. My bad. The 5-year chart on Cadence Design Systems. And I believe it was as low as $50 to $60 in 2020, because now we are in 2025, obviously 5 years, listen at me. And like I say, we closed at $295.19. Now, the market cap for this company is $80 billion, almost 81 billion, with, I believe, a free float of roughly 99 million shares out of the 276. Free float on percentage actually is 99%. I apologize. So before we dig into the levels, I want to let you guys know about the 7-day free trial we are currently running on in the Discord, where I alert about hot penny stocks I'm watching, long-term stocks I'm watching, option plays. We converse and bring up other plays that maybe other folks are watching, the overall market, market news, earnings reports, things of that nature. Again, 7-day free trial. Link will be in the description below for the Discord. Now, let's jump into Cadence Design Systems and why or if this could be a good investment for your portfolio. So, digging into the charts, you see I got a couple of levels drawn out over here with my perfect starter position roughly around the $260 mark. Now, last year, like I said, I've been watching this stock for a decent amount of time, since maybe last summer. This stock, and again, ticker symbol SNPS. We're not going to talk about, I guess you could say, their quote unquote competition, as they kind of do the same thing. So, sticking to the chart and the levels, again, my perfect starter position would be 260, but the entry I missed last year is roughly around $245. I believe it went as low as maybe 230. I can't remember exactly, but I know it's around 245. And if I was to actually zoom out, and we'll see that I got this, well, not I, but this stock had this triple bottom area here. I believe it was in August. Yeah, August, around the that Japanese yen carry trade situation that happened. And then in September, beginning of September, again, we poured down to this 245, 240 level. And then the last time was October 24th. We poured down to that range. And I mean, we've been up ever since. So that's why I say this gray line right about here, that 288.18 mark right there, that was a resistance, as we see. Because actually, I just realized just now as I zoomed out, it was a support. Oh, yeah, this is actually beautiful. Oh, yeah, this is lovely. And I even keep this resistance here with this dotted line. So I got a little more insight on this video with you guys, man. Thank you. So thank you. Anyway, oh man, excuse me. So yeah, even though we had a double top right here, I still would rather just keep here because we had the first resistance right about here. I should have really put this over here. So yeah. Yeah, that was our first area of resistance, and then we bounced up here a couple times. This resistance here, that 245. That's the last time this 245 was an issue or a concern. Oh my gosh, right here. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's fix this chart here. So missed entry last year was a beautiful entry, and that's the entry that we really want, man. But if we get this gap in between also around this 260 level, that may not be a bad spot, man. You know what I mean? As you see, I say it's like a perfect starter spot, you know. But yeah, man, I'm still smiling, man, because of how that the charts don't lie, man. That's why I love charts. I look at charts all day, all night, just for fun, man. So back to Cadence Designs. Now, like I say, I don't like how this 50-day moving average is curling down. We got a gap down in this area here, and then not only that, we had the ultimate gap down, as you can see, where I have my red box of resistance up there around that $311 area. We could go from there, but with the 50-day moving average curling downwards, we rejected off the 50-day moving average also as well. When we bounced off of 288. Let's just see how this goes, man. With earnings, we're not going to anticipate or try to predict. We're just going to react off whatever we get, man. I know they have been insider selling. We can actually pull up the insider selling real quick. And I mean, I looked into it. The insider selling was Ting Chi or Ting Chang Chi. I don't know who this guy is. I looked into him. I'll get that to you guys maybe on the next video when I follow up after earnings on Cadence Designs. But on February 9th, he got about 12,000 shares for $56.57 and ended up with 106,000 shares altogether. That was a buy. So I don't know if that was like compensation, some type of, whatever, bonus from the company, whatever. Anywho, on that same day, February 9th, he sold basically 6,900 shares for $304. Then he sold 1,500 shares for $301. Another 3,600, basically 3,700 shares for 304 again. 304, almost $305. Then he sold just 700 for 302. That was on February 9th. This video right now is February 17th, 2025. So it's roughly a week ago that he sold. And then we have Paul Cunningham. He sold 650 shares though out of his 58,000. Well, actually, after the 650 shares, he still had 58,000. So he only sold a little bit for 292. And then this Dev Gang and bar that sold at the beginning of the year in January ended up acquiring, now peep game, ended up acquiring 93,000 shares, 93,151 shares for $56.57, the same price as Ting Ching Chi got his or hers or whatever, said whatever, give me shares for. But on the same day, Dev Gang, he or her, on January 5th, 2025, sold the same 93,151 shares that they acquired. They sold them for the $310. They sold them for a pretty penny higher, all around that 311. 311 will be a resistance if we go back to the chart. That 311 area, as you can see, which is crazy because I marked up right here, as you can see, this 311, what's that say? 311.41, 311.41 as a resistance, which is right above, I'm going right below. No, actually, no, it's right inside this box right here. So they sold on this day at 311. And if we actually go ahead and zoom in, we got these two wicks right here, right at the 311. 1, 2. So nice little double top there. And what day was that they sold? Oh, that was on January 5th. This is January 27th. So either way, and it's right below that gap where it gapped down at on what day was that we had the gap down, just so we can recall. Friday, January 24th, and then it continued until that Monday. That was that big sell-off. And then it probably bounced up again. And yeah, okay. Anywho, that's all, neither here nor there. That's the levels right there on Cadence Designs, ticker symbol CDNS. Now, I do have some more things I want to pull up, but if you guys want to get out of here, you can. I mean, I understand. So their revenue, or I guess you could say their financials, when it comes to their income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, man, we all looking pretty good, man. I'm saying we again, I'm them, but I just like what I see, man. From 2016 to 2023, they already started out with revenue growth at 1.82 billion in 2016, but every year it has went up without a decline 1 year at all. Now they're at 4.09 billion for revenue in 2023, or as of 2023, according to this. Now we go ahead and get to their gross profit has increased from 1.5 billion to 3.6 billion. Net profit went from 203 mil to 204 to 345 to 988 mil. 2020, we had a down year at 590 million and then recovered in 2021. to 695 mil, 2022 to 848 mil, and then in 2023, net profit was at 1.04 billion. The earnings per share, as you see, has been climbing since 2016. They have always been profitable, though. They were at 70 cents, then 38 cents, and then $1.22, $3.53. A decline again in 2020, $2.11 were or $2.11 was their earnings per share in 2020. I'm just gonna say COVID year. So that could have been just COVID impacted this company. That may be something else to keep in mind with tariffs and economic things that be going on. But now they're at 3.82 for their earnings per share. I want to go straight to the cash flow. I'm just gonna speed this thing up. Uh, but the operating cash flow has grown at 1.35 billion. Their CapEx is it's better than the prior year, but it's at 102 mil. But their free cash flow, they went from 391 million and they are at 1.25 billion now in 2023 or as of 2023. In 2020, they still had a free cash flow of 810 mil. So every year their cash flow has went up aside from the time, well, no, ain't no aside from the time with their cash flow. Even though they had a down year in 2020 with their EPS and I believe what was that, their gross profit or something of that nature, uh, we still had in 2020 a better year as free cash flow went than 2019 and continued to grow in 2021. So all in all, they have it as where they say Cadence Design is a buy. According to 22 analysts, PE ratio I mentioned, I think I mentioned it, was about 73. So it is pretty high compared to, oh, they got my peoples on here, Synopsis, SNPS, right about here. They got them on here at 50, 56, which is again is their peers. But let's keep it moving, man. So just here is an article that I ran across speaking about the bullish thesis on Cadence Design Systems from February 11, 2025. And the article simply just says how they came across this bullish thesis on Cadence Design Systems on Substack by equity analysts. And they summarized the bull thesis on Cadence Design Systems. Shares was trading at $305 as of February 10th. CDNS trailing and forward PE were 80.43 and 44.44, respectively, according to Yahoo Finance. Now, that's actually good. See, I was looking at their current PE. It's actually going to improve, and their PE is going to go better than Synopsis. I'll take that. This right here is a close-up of a semiconductor component highlighting its complex design. And Cadence, a leader in electronic design automation software, has played a crucial role in the evolution of semiconductor design, particularly in the face of increasing complexity in chip development, set it apart from its competitors like Synopsys, which specialized in front-end logic synthesis. I like that. So speaking of Synopsys, they actually have an upper advantage on them. But keep it going. Now, this is, like I said, Cadence earnings. This is what they saying to look for from the earnings. This was posted February 17th, as earnings is actually tomorrow on February 18th at the close, once again, after the bell. So they're saying how Cadence beat analyst revenue expectations by 2.5% last quarter, reporting revenues of 1.2 billion, up 18.8% year on year. It was a very strong quarter for the company with an impressive beat of analyst billings estimates and a solid beat of analyst EBITDA estimates. This quarter, analysts are expecting Cadence revenue to grow 26.3% year on year to 1.35 billion, improving from the 18.8% increase it recorded in the same quarter last year. Adjusted earnings are expected to come in at $1.82 per share. Analysts covering the company have generally reconfirmed the estimates over the last 30 days, suggesting they anticipate the business to stay the course headed into earnings. Cadence has missed Wall Street's revenue estimates 4 times over the last 2 years, though. But looking at Cadence peers and vertical software segment, some have already reported their Q4 results, giving us a hint as to what we can expect. So that's what we got dealing with ticker symbol CDNS, Cadence Design Systems. Oh, and I do believe that they did acquire an IP company, something of that nature, and they also just did a deal with someone uh last month at the end of last month. So they're actually making some moves up into leading into earnings, which like we just read that from that last article. So there you have it on Cadence Design Systems. Oh, and one last thing I just recalled. On January 22nd, the leading EDA and intelligent system design provider announced that MediaTek, a Taiwanese semiconductor company, has adopted Cadence's AI-driven tools, Cadence Virtuoso Studio and Spectra X Simulator, on the Nvidia accelerated computing platform for its 2nm development. They're like one of the only people, or maybe one of the most efficient people, to make the 2nm chips. MediaTek will be leveraging Cadence's AI-driven custom analog design solutions to achieve a 30% productivity gain, resulting in faster and more accurate chip design processes. So yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So here's a quote. It says, MediaTek's validation of our latest Virtuoso Studio release and Spectra X simulator on NVIDIA's accelerated computing platform demonstrates that Cadence's continued investment in enhancing our industry-leading custom design solutions and AI tools is a game changer for our customers' most challenging 2nm designs. Bringing the power of AI and GPUs to Spectra X enables MediaTek to solve its large-scale verification simulation challenges even more quickly without sacrificing accuracy. Now that's real smooth, man. So this company here, again, as you can see, are here. This is some of the things on why I'm liking them. And like I mentioned, they did acquire an IP company to have a secure IP addresses, which is going to open up their market and obviously bring in more revenue and things of that nature to what they already have, giving them exposure to a lot more companies and whatnot, man. So appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Stay tuned for the next one. As we bring you guys these bangers, man. But we out, bro.